Hey guys, Brian here, and I thought I might talk about something that is, and yes, this is gonna be another serious topic video. Um, I want to talk about the term of doxing. Now, if you don't know, but obviously there's been several situations involving doxing, and there's another term for doxing as well called leaks. However, those two terms are very different. Now, you may be wondering why I'm deciding to talk about them. Is because I feel like people are actually misusing the word doxing. Because I looked up Google for definition of doxing, and the definition of doxing on Google is search for public, private, or identifying information about a particular individual on the internet, typically with malicious intent. Hackers and in words, this is a quote here. Hackers and online vigilantes routinely dox both public and private figures. Now, when it said, well, with doxing, that means like leaking their credit card information, their home address, their phone numbers, all that jazz. However, there's a different term as well, leaking. Now you may be thinking, isn't leaking isn't that like a thing isn't that like a thing of where water just like starts spraying out of your pipes or something? That is a leak. But there's another way of leak. It's called an internet leak. And according to Wikipedia, an internet link occurs when a party's confidential information is released to the public on the internet. Various types of information and data can be and have been leaked to the internet. Most common being personal information, software, computer software, and source code, art, and artistic works such as books or albums. But in my opinion, I'm pretty sure when it said personal information, I'm pretty sure it also means real names as well. Like you could literally leak someone's real name. That's why when someone got a lot of hate because they quote unquote doxed Blue Heart's real name, which I'm not even gonna say because A, I don't even know what it is still, and B, I don't want to get myself hate. So and also because C, in respect to Blue Heart, I do not want to like reveal any personal information to anyone. Actually, in respect of anyone who doesn't want their personal information to be leaked, like obviously I've already doxed my own name before. Like if you look back in my past videos, like my tour of Windows 7, whenever I open my start menu, you'll see my real name there. And yes, I did kind of leak my own real name, but that's casual hero Brian moments. Anyway, yeah. So I, I was thinking that, and I've spoken to I've actually like been like bit of like talks with your legendary Flip Wreck Gamer, aka Swamp Attack Crocodile, and he told me that that the Vyond community are saying that if you leak someone's real name, it's doxing. Don't trust everything Vyonders say. They can make up lies and manipulate you. Some of them are manipulators. That's why faking apologies exist. That's why I hate Android Animation 1.1. Even though he's not part of the Vyond community, he's basically been trying to manipulate me. By the way, I will talk about Android Animation in my latest Skyrim video, or maybe next serious topic video. I'm not very sure, but still, it's just a massive annoyance to me, in my opinion, that people are misusing that term when people are saying, when the Vyond communities are saying, listen, if you leak someone's real name, that's doxing. Like, what's the proof that real names can be doxing? Like, online leaking personal information. Yeah, there's a difference between leaking and doxing. Doxing is where you release someone's personal information with malicious intent, while leaking is basically leaking people's like personal information without any malicious intent. But a real name. But let me do some Google searching here. Is real name a personal information? Let's see what Google says. Is real names considered personal data? So if I go real name, is real name Now, here's the thing though. A real name cannot actually be as personal data, like personal information. Like, for some, it is personal, but to most, people use their real names. Like you've got Jimmy Donaldson. That's Mr. Beast's real name. Felix Kjellberg, PewDiePie's real name. Dan Middleton, Dan TDM's real name. Thomas Simmons, Tommy in its real name. Um, um, that's basically it. So basically, a real name can't be leaking people's real names isn't considered doxing, but it can be considered as leaking. You shouldn't even be leaking personal information at all. Like, that is still wrong, but it's not as like leaking real name isn't as bad as doxing because there's other people that may have the same exact name as that particular victim. So in other words, you've not only just leaked someone's real name, but you probably doxed several other people who have the same exact name. Like, for example, it's like, for example, you take, for example, I'm gonna go for a fake name here because I don't want to dox my real name. I'm just gonna take this name. Imagine my name was Dr. Brian Harrowschmertz, and if Brian Harrowschmertz was my real name, and no, that is not my real name. Because, I just took Hero Brian and I was making it in the style of Dr. Doofenshmirtz from, Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. But I'm not. Jokes aside, literally, if I said my name is that's not considered leaking or doxing. That's basically someone just doing a name reveal. But if someone leaks someone's name with malicious intent, it's basically still considered leaking, not to doxing, because doxing is where you release someone's personal information with malicious intent, whilst leaking is basically leaking someone's personal information without the malicious intent part. Like, again, this has happened to other people, and people reveal their real names. Like if your real name's been leaked, like Blue Hearts was, you shouldn't be afraid to speak up. But we should also be careful is what name and username you set on Discord, YouTube, or anything. That's why I never set my real name as my username or my sub-username, because I don't want people to find out what my real name is. So, yeah, that's why I never actually, that's why I never reveal my real name. Like, FlySwat, I'm gonna mention FlySwat in this one. FlySwat did used to reveal his real name, and only his first name has been revealed to me, but not his last name. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not. So anyone who wants me to say his real name, screw off, because I ain't gonna say. I'm not gonna say someone's personal information in my own YouTube video just so you can get me my own hate base. And you know what? I respect people's options. Because you know why? It's people's choice if they really want their real name to be private or if they want it to be public. Like, I've chosen to have my real name private. It's my personal information. No one should have the right to, say it in a public YouTube video. And despite the fact, again, there are other people that have the same exact name. Some people could have the same exact middle name. Some people could have the same exact last name. Some people could have the same exact first name. So basically, because that's basically how the naming system works. You choose your first, middle, and last names. And some of them could end up becoming the same thing. Like, again, take for example, we take Jonathan Jones. There could have been someone else who's also named Jonathan Jones. So, basically, there's really, no way that you can actually dox someone's real name without realizing that there are other people that are also named that as well. Because first of all, the Vyond community is just misusing the word doxing. Doxing is where you leak people's personal information with malicious intent. Like, imagine I accidentally said someone's real name on a live stream or a public YouTube video, and I got a hate base because of it. It's not my fault. I would just accidentally slip up. Like, again, people shouldn't go crazy over, like, people doxing each other and stuff, but, like, doxing real names. But if it's home addresses, that's something you should really be concerned about. If it's phone numbers, same thing. Credit card information, same exact thing. But if it's people's real name, we shouldn't really consider it a serious thing, but we should tell them, hey, don't do that, or, dude, you're just gonna get a hate base if you do that, the toxic one. And that's why I've been ignoring most doxers, because first of all, they may be criminals, and criminals aren't meant to be ignored, but, well, supposed to be not ignored, but, like, somehow I've encountered a doxer before and literally just ignored them. Like, I didn't say anything to them, I just carried on with my day, and so far they just stopped. So mainly, I don't even know why people wouldn't take that into consideration, because if you remember Isaac Pierrev, I'm supposed to ignore the guy, even though he's a so-called criminal, and we're not supposed to forgive him, but, criminals can redeem themselves, okay, according to Mutant Poe, but what I'm saying is, leaking people's real names, like, Window Glow's name is Chester, but we don't know his middle name and last name, but Chester ended up leaking his first name, so that was it. Aurora Lilac, her name is Ashley. Yeah, leaked name. Brown Circle, his name is Jack, but he had a choice to release his name to the public. It's simple as that. Like, people have the choice if they really want to reveal their real names or not. People who, deliberately leak people's names, you're basically wrong in the head, but you shouldn't even be doing that. And I, as a former Vyonder, don't really condone what the Vyond community is really doing. Like, the Vyond community is seriously out of control. Like, people are saying the rapper community is toxic, but where's the actual proof that the drama that's coming from the rapper community is actually from the Vyond community that started this whole mess? Because the Vyond community is the only reason why the rapper community isn't thriving as it should have, but it should have been doing. But the rapper community is supposed to be the rapper community is meant to be a less toxic equivalent and less Vyond related version of the Vyond community. As since Comedy World used to be part of Vyond, of course it'd be considered Vyond related. So it's the grounded videos and certain, but I'm still gonna be doing grounded videos when the new version of Rapper comes out. Like, I know the new Rapper online version 1.2.3 is out, but I'm waiting for 1.3, or I think it's 2.0 actually, either 2.0 or if it's 1.3 that's coming out, because I'm waiting for the new version of Rapper, and I want to be able to make videos without any technical difficulties again. Like, I really want to go back to making anime videos one day, but I don't have the motivation within me to remake those old videos. I could go ahead, take some random grounded video I used to make, a cringy one, where I'm basically grounding my evil clone for over 2 centuries, and just have it replaced with only a few weeks. Make it even more realistic, and when it comes to Herobrine 66 trying to beat someone up, I feel like they should have people fighting back, not actually get beaten, but standing there and take the beating. Realistically, if someone's about to be beaten up, if it's a little nerd who's weaker than them, they stand around and not fight back. But if it's a type of nerd that wouldn't be reluctant to fight back, then there's the type of people that would fight back. I would do a grounded video where Herobrine 666 tries to beat someone up, only for them to fight, only for the victim to fight back and possibly even defeat them. But back to the doxing term. My opinion on people using doxing as an excuse to say, oh, this person did this. Like, what happens to the term of leaking? Like, you should, if people leak people's personal information, such as like real names, like phone number, like no matter if you accidentally leaked someone's like home address, phone number, or credit card information, that's still considered doxing. But if you leak someone's real name, that's not considered doxing. That's considered as leaking. Like, so basically, because again, it wasn't there. You basically, because basically, the person who, the people who do that are just idiots that just ended up causing problems for other people. The victims, basically, the victims don't want their real. The victim's real name is released, but the victim did not want their real name to be released to the public. So guess what? Technically, you leaked someone's personal information. You basically leaked someone's real name, and basically they didn't want to. Like, you shouldn't be leaking people's personal information at all. Like, you shouldn't even be doxing. You shouldn't be leaking. Leaking is literally like leaking isn't as bad as doxing, because to me, I see doxing as, again, sending people's personal home addresses and all that jazz. But then you've got leaking, and leaking is basically where you release people's like first and last names without the whole malicious intent thing. Anyway, I think that's basically all I'm going to have in this talk video. Of this like random talk video. I thought I'd just make this to like try and spread the word that why you should never really trust anything that comes out of the Vyond community. Like, you may think the Vyond community is right, but if you see all the toxicity that's there, you shouldn't even be trusting them at all. The Vyond community is nothing but toxic and dangerous. Even though there are some Vyonders in the Vyond community I do like, because they're not as toxic as the others, but I do think that sometimes they do have a massive toxic fan base, and their toxic fan bases, then they should be in control of their own toxic fan base. Like, they should just tell them, hey, can you stop attacking people just because? Like, if you remember Where's Star 4000's video situation where he had a massive toxic fan base and been attacking people that were making rounds on him. Where's Star 4000? I told Where's Star 4000 video, hey, you need to control your fans. They're literally attacking every user that made a rant out of him, and literally. He said, "Oh, I'll try and control them as best as I can." Like, I was hoping Where's Star 4000 video does end up controlling his fans. Like, I'm pretty sure he did tell his fans, "Hey, you shouldn't be attacking just because people made a rant." Like, he probably just said, "Hey, just because people made a rant out of me doesn't mean you have the right to attack them." Like, I don't mind if people make rants out of me, but to me, like, if you remember Jay Kaiser's rant on me, if you were back in 2018. Jay Kaiser made a rant on me before, and I was really angry about it. That's why I hated Jay Kaiser and why I never actually forgave him. Well, I never even forgive him in the start because he never made an apology to me. He never apologized to me for what he said about me. Like Jay Kaiser gave out invalid information on why he hates me. And I'm pretty sure he still hates me today. Or probably he just got neutral of me, but after making that rant video out of him, he probably hates me again now. So, and I don't really care if Jay Kaiser hates me. He deserves that hate base for striking his own mother. But there is some proof that Jay Kaiser scratched his mum because his mum was being abusive. It's not because of abuse. It's just because he scratched his mum because of acne or something. And Jay Kaiser has said he has a form of autism, but it's still not an excuse. He tries to use that as an excuse. Jay Kaiser is just literally just his past self, like always. He's not a different person. He's still the same person from 2018. And again, the fact that he was an adult when I was 14 years old, by the time he was just I think he was in his 20s. Again, what is wrong with him? He shouldn't even be making. He shouldn't even be making. He was an adult. He's an adult that just made a rant of a 14-year-old kid. And it made invalid reasons. Adults like him should just grow the hell up and find an actual job, such as working in an office or being with someone, or basically being with their wives or something. Not just sit around on their butts complaining to their mothers about YouTube, or basically trying to move acne. like, if Jake Kaiser got a real job in an office, that's good for him. But overall, from from you know, from my point of view, basically, yeah. Basically, I'm trying to say is, if he ended up failing at school, that sucks for him. Like, I do feel bad I would feel bad if he did actually fail at school, but if he didn't and he decided not to get a real job, then I feel like he really should. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about Jake Kaiser because I don't really want to attack him. Again, just like with Android Animation 1.1, I don't want to cancel anyone. I'm just trying to express my own opinion here, my own like little frustration about why people are like not understanding the term. Like, people are like, in my opinion, people are misusing the term of doxing and leaking. Like, leaking, like, I get it. Leaking is where water pipes burst and all water comes out. That's what a leak is. But leaking, again, is also like revealing like information about albums, arts, or people's personal information. Doxing is basically releasing more serious personal information, more like confidential information about someone with malicious intent. Leaking is basically leaking personal information without the malicious intent. And if someone did not have the malicious intent, but for it to be funny, they basically leaked someone's name without their permission. So, yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to say in the end. Anyway, this is all I'm gonna say today. Well, this is all I'm gonna say until my next episode of Well, actually, come to think of it, I don't know if I should actually if I should do like rest of the month of Skyrim. I feel like I should, like, Sky Month. Like, I don't know if I should just keep it Sky Week or Sky Month, but I think I'm just gonna do more Skyrim videos until then. Like, you'll still see other content out of me, it's just that, at the same time, I'll play Skyrim at the same time. Like, there's nothing wrong with, like, I've uploaded a Fallout video and a Skyrim video on the same day before, so I could literally be doing the same thing, but for now, I still need to fix those FNIS animation things, because literally for some reason, last in the 1 hour episode of Skyrim that I posted like last night, literally there's like a bunch of glitches in it, so I gotta fix that, and I need to get rid of one of the Winterhold mods. So yeah, again, that's all I'm gonna say. New Skyrim video is probably gonna be out unless I decide to do a Fallout New Vegas video or another Tale video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next gaming video. See ya, people. And remember, don't trust the Vyond community, because in the end, they can tell big fat lies. And big fat lies can always lead to even more toxicity. But yes, despite me being a guy, happy Women's Day, people! Well, happy International Women's Day. Respect all women, even though I did say yesterday morning, I did actually end up saying, well, not yesterday morning, like yesterday afternoon. Even though I did say yesterday afternoon when I killed Spiral, I said just killed a woman, feeling good. Today, it's not just killed a woman, feeling good. It's shout out to all the women feeling good. And no, I did not actually. Okay, honestly, I do sound a bit weird just saying that, but happy International Women's Day, people. Even though I'm a guy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.